Hello, class. This is my first uplifting video for the semester. So I started doing this during the pandemic when we didn't know what was going on, and I showed research on COVID-19 and how it was going. And then, of course, pandemic is more or less no more. But I started continuing these. I call them uplifting. It's kind of what's cool, what's going on in science right now. Kind of reporting to you what's happening in the field and where the research is going, and kind of showing you at least my own joy of science. And I mean, I think science is awesome. Obviously, I got a PhD in it, right? So I must like something about it. And of course, science is a broad topic, and we're in chemistry. Chemistry is a study of matter and how matter changes, so it's also a big piece of the puzzle. And so that incorporates many things. And so this week's article I wanted to show you about, and most of the articles I get are from the American Chemical Society, but I can get them from other sources too. Mostly American Chemical Society. This article is on chocolate. So chocolate, of course, is made of matter, and so it falls within the realm of chemistry. So, not written in the article, some background. Chocolate is more or less, it's chemically pretty consistent. I mean, chemically speaking, Hershey's bar is not significantly different than some very fine Swiss chocolate. The difference is physical properties. So chemical properties are about the same. Physical properties are different. So like if you've eaten a chocolate truffle before and you can feel the chocolate melt in your mouth, that is a really different experience than chomping on. I'm picking on Hershey's a little bit because they put paraffin wax in their chocolate, so it gives the more of a sturdy kind of like blocky feel, and that experience is different for the consumer. Now, what this article talks about is talking about some of the finer parts of the taste, and we're trying to figure it out, and specifically the microbiome environment. And the microbiome is an emerging field. It's emerging in many things, especially with healthcare. So the microbiome is a huge push right now in science, and it's filtering down other things, and one of them, believe it or not, is chocolate. So some things to note with the article as well. There was some mentioning of the different flavors. So, of course, our olfactory system, our taste, and our smell, we have certain chemicals that in chemical groups that we can sense, and then the combination of those senses gives a signal to our brain. Of course, there are some really nice scents and flavors, like although flavor can be used interchangeably with smell. So there are some really nice flavors like chocolate, and there's better chocolate than other chocolate. I'm not as much of a connoisseur as that's mentioned here. I can't tell what the fruity notes on a chocolate are. At least I've never had that type of chocolate. I just but we look to see what molecules do that, and we're getting better, but still this is not entirely understood. And really to do this to do these kind of things like do flavors and designing flavors, it takes about 10 years for humans to do it, and it's an apprenticeship of sorts. So this is a long thing. You get paid a lot of money, but it's kind of an old school apprenticeship sort of approach to things. But we're trying to combine this apprenticeship program with instrumentation, and we're looking for different molecules and how they fit and how they can change tastes, and eventually, of course, looking for finer chocolate and finer everything. I mean, not just an even bigger market than chocolate is fragrances. So like fragrances, I mean, like the stuff they put in lotion and candles and that kind of thing. That's a huge market. So, but I do like chocolate, and a lot of people like chocolate, and it's interesting, about consumer as well. For me, I know I do like good chocolate myself. Maybe not as much as other people, but I must say I think of s'mores. If you ever made s'mores before, I must say I do like the Hershey's Milk chocolate, and that's one of my few guilty pleasures. But there's other ones. So I hope you enjoy the article, and hopefully it connects you to science and chemistry with something that you're familiar with and hopefully enjoy. So also in these videos, I talk about mental health. So a lot of people ignore mental health, and mental health is a big deal. It's really important if you look after your own selves. Also, right now, surprisingly large amounts of people are suffering from anxiety. On the order of about a quarter of the population actually are suffering from anxiety right now. So it's a huge amount, mainly from pandemic and economic reasons. So it's risen quite a bit. So anxiety is high, and that's not the only mental health issue that people have. I mean, of course, depression, and I mean, there's a huge list. So if you do find yourself feeling that your mental health is suffering, I want you to, if you feel comfortable, write me, and I can. Well, I'm not a therapist, but I'll refer you to some people, and I can help follow up. I'm not allowed to know anything, though. I mean, one thing though, if you tell me and I move you on to other people, by privacy laws, I don't know anything. So if you need any additional follow-up from me, you have to tell me. I can't. They won't seek me out. Also, other things, basic needs. If you find yourself not meeting your basic needs, let me know. We have lots of services for that. And those are much easier to fix, of course, than mental health issues. So if you don't worry if you feel embarrassed. I think we have lots of resources for this. So let's get you the help that you need. And it's a symbiotic relationship for us. I want you to succeed. You want to succeed, and you can't succeed if you don't get food, if you don't have shelter. So think about that. And also, last bit, COVID's on the rise. So the current surge is almost as high as the Omicron surge that we had, as the last one, and we don't know if it's going to go on. And I have COVID. Well, at least I got it right before Christmas, and it's the gift that keeps on giving. It lingers. So I mean, I'm much better, and all things considered, I got off pretty easily. This is also my first time having COVID, so apparently it's the worst. And if you haven't had COVID, it lingers. So be careful if you're out there, and if you haven't had COVID, or in general, it can really set you back if you get it during the semester, and it's a tough thing to recover from. But continue to be diligent. So this is a little longer than normal. I try to keep the video length on the order of 3 to 5 minutes, but it's the first time, so I'm going to spend a little more time. I've enjoyed reading your introduction posts, the Chem 100 class, a lot of nursing students, Chem 161, a lot of pre-professional, which is understood. That's makes sense for those classes. They're both prerequisites for that. So. And everyone else, of course, welcome to the class, and I'm going to sign off for now. So let me know what I can do to help, and let me know if you have any questions. Hope you enjoy the article, and have a nice weekend. Oh yeah, don't forget, Monday is a holiday. So Monday is a holiday, but of course, the course will still be working. This is asynchronous, but it's a holiday, and I hope you enjoy the longer weekend. Aloha.